Hey guys, welcome to Cape Cowl Cafe. I'm Nemo, and today I will be ranking all of the live-action Batman costumes from worst to best. If you guys liked the video at any point today, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and drop your favorite Batman costume in the comments below. The giveaway winners will be announced at the end of the video, but let's just hop right into this. Alright, starting off the list here in last place is Ben Affleck's suit from The Flash. Now I'm sure this isn't a surprise to anyone because this suit is absolutely ugly. It doesn't look good. Now, we have the blue and the gray color scheme here, which is something that we've all been wanting for a long time, and I personally would love to see it in the new movies coming, in the future, but it was not executed in the right way here. And my main issue with the suit is the way that the cape and the cowl connect with the chest plate. It just looks so clunky and bulky and just weird. And all the armor plating just doesn't look like it belongs on the suit. And I don't think it helped that this suit was in a scene taking place in broad daylight. It didn't do it any favors. This is so ugly. Moving on. Coming in 17th place is the Batsuit from the Gotham TV series. If you can even call it a suit. This thing is just so hard to look at. And I know they probably didn't have the biggest budget because this was only shown for literally 5 seconds and it was in the last episode and the last scene of the whole show. It's just, I don't know. It's all the same color, which I don't normally like. I definitely don't like it here. The armor plating just looks weird, and it honestly looks like he's wearing airsoft armor. Like if any of you guys have ever gone, out in the woods with your friends to play airsoft, it looks like it's made out of that kind of armor, and it just doesn't look great. All right, coming in 16th place is George Clooney's ice suit from Batman and Robin. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, wow, this really looks like a toy. It looks like an action figure. That's the whole point. A lot of these Batman costumes, especially the ones in the Joel Schumacher movies, were made to look more toyetic for the sake of toy sales. The MCU does the same thing by adding a million Spider-Man suits per movie. It's very transparent behavior. But looking at this suit, I can't even tell what they were going for. Like, this design has no flow to it. I mean, they have the basic blue, bodysuit that they have for George Clooney with all of the suits. I don't know why they're all blue. But then they add all these, weird white, jagged elements that they just don't make any sense. All these shapes, I'm just confused. And why does he have a codpiece? Now at least it doesn't have the nipples on this one. In this picture you can see that Robin still has them, and with Batgirl I can tell they really wanted to do it, but they didn't for obvious reasons. Alright, coming in 15th place is George Clooney's base suit from Batman and Robin. Now this one is slightly better than the last one because it ditches all of the weird white jagged, line elements to it, and there's no codpiece. The nipples are still here, but it's still blue. Every single part of this costume is blue, and not even the emblem on the chest was spared.
Why are you blue?
Alright, so I had a few people who were upset with me in my Batman Hot Takes video, especially regarding comments that I made about Christian Bale's Batman. And those people will probably return in the comment section of this video, because at number 14, I have Christian Bale's Batsuit from The Dark Knight. I just don't like it, and I have problems with many of the design elements that are prevalent in all of Christian Bale's suit. Primarily, the mouth, okay? Batman is supposed to have a pointed mouth opening that looks more like a triangle. It really gives that shape to the nose. But this is basically just a weird warped circle, alright? It just doesn't look good on him. I don't like, they make the joke about the hockey pads, but it does look like hockey pads, with all of the weird paneling, and it's just a little over designed. And I don't like the all black. The only color you have on the suit is the belt, and sometimes I like all black on a Batman costume, sometimes I don't. You're gonna find that I'm very inconsistent with that in this video, but I just don't like it on this one, and I don't like Christian Bale as Batman. I'm sorry, guys. And at number 13, I have Christian Bale's Batsuit from Batman Begins. I don't like this one either. It's slightly better. I mean, it's lost all the armor, but now some parts of the suit look a little too smooth. The back of the neck is just ridiculously oversized. The mouth opening is still a weird warped circle. The thing that I do like about this suit is the cape. This has a nice cape. It is huge. It is the only saving grace for this costume, but unfortunately, the rest of it is ass. I'm sorry. Alright, sitting at number 12, we have Ben Affleck's trench coat desert suit from Batman v Superman. Now, this suit really just shows the fetish that Zack Snyder has with making Batman more edgy, because he takes the Batman design, he throws on a scarf, a trench coat, and a Fortnite scar. And like, I get it. I just don't like that little side plot in those movies. And it doesn't make any sense. You know, why would Batman throw a trench coat over his regular costume, you know? Like, at that point, why wouldn't he just be Bruce Wayne? I thought Superman outed his identity, you know, in this alternate timeline, you know? Why is he wearing this? All right, coming in 11th place is Adam West's Batsuit from the 60s TV show. Now, this may not be the most expensive or fancy or technologically advanced looking Batsuit, but it's just fun. Like, come on, have a heart, look at it. It's just so fun. He's got eyebrows on there, that's silly. All right, cracking the top 10 is Ben Affleck's tactical suit from Justice League and the Snyder Cut. Now, just because the suit is in the top 10 does not mean that I love it, all right? It's just slightly good enough to be at this part of the list. And Zack Snyder, we get it. You made Watchmen, okay? But the goggles suck, all right? And I think the suit is just doing too much. I don't like all the armor plating, and it just doesn't really fit. Like, I get he's going out to fight parademons and Steppenwolf, but it's just a little much. All right, at number 9 is Ben Affleck's armored suit from Batman v Superman. Now, this suit is doing its job, all right? I feel like it's kind of hard to mess this one up, and it doesn't have a lot going on with it. Like, there's not a ton of colors, there's no emblem, you know, it's just his base Batsuit covered in armor. I do like the glowing eyes, and, you know, the armor looks like it fits pretty well. I just don't have that much to say about it, I'm sorry. All right, in 8th place, we have Val Kilmer's sonar suit from Batman Forever. Now, I should not like this costume. It's all one color, it has random design elements that don't make any sense, but I like Val Kilmer. I think he's the most underrated Batman actor of all time, and he did a great job with what he was given. But I think he just looks so good in the costumes that he's given. I don't know. Like, this suit doesn't have any nipples, that's a plus. The suit is all one color, which I don't like, but the cowl has a nice shape. You know, the extra design elements and lines, they're not too much. Like, they're not like the ice suit, you know, with George Clooney. Like, it's not assaulting my eyes. You know, it's not terrible to look at, and I kind of like it. I can't really explain it, I just like it. All right, at number 7, we have Michael Keaton's Batsuit from Batman '89. Now, this suit is not perfect. It does have a few issues, but it's pretty good. This suit was like the first big budget Hollywood Batman costume, so the cowl is a little bulky, but I do appreciate how they separated it from the cape by having the extra part, you know, flowing over the shoulder so it's not all one piece. That does help with the flow of the costume quite a bit. And another thing, it's not all one color. You know, Batsuits do not need to be all black or all blue, all silver. There's a little bit of yellow here, and the contrast really helps give it a striking appearance. Like, if you see this emerging from the shadows, you're probably gonna crap your pants. All right, at number 6, we have Ben Affleck's base suit from Justice League and the Snyder Cut. Now, I finally figured out why I don't like Ben Affleck Batman costumes post-Batman v Superman, and the reason is the cowl. They did something to it. They changed it. I think the ears are pushed farther back onto the head, and the ears are kind of like more backwards facing instead of forward. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm putting on my conspiracy theory hat here, but they did something to the cowl, and it looks different, but I can't really tell what it is, and I don't like it. Now, the only thing that they really changed on the suit besides that is they took the base Batman v Superman suit, they changed the texture a little bit, they made it a slightly darker gray, and they added some, like, really thin, subtle, you know, muscle armor padding to it or whatever, and it's just a little too much, which is why it's, you know, not higher on the list, but it's not bad. Now, this isn't going to make any sense, but cracking the top 5 is the Panther suit from Batman Forever. I really just like the way Val Kilmer looks in this suit. I don't know what it is. I know it's all black, which is something that I'm against. You have the little bit of yellow on the chest, and it has the nipples, it has the muscles all over it, but the suit is so dark that it kind of hides a lot of those things. And, you know, it's almost like it's made out of that, like, Vanta black material where it just really blends in with the night, and it just looks, I'm not making any sense, you know, like, I'm just rambling here, but it really looks so good. I don't know. Am I delusional for liking this suit this much and putting it in my top 5?
You really are crazy.
Am I going to explain myself? No, I am not. I just really like it, I'm sorry. Sitting at number 4, we have Michael Keaton's Batsuit from Batman Returns. Now, this one is almost identical to the Batman '89 suit. They just make a few changes that kind of refine the look and the design. First off, the symbol they fixed it. You know, it's the classic Bat logo instead of having those like 2 extra little, you know, leg wing things at the very bottom. You know what I'm talking about. And they changed the cowl a little bit. It's a little less bulky and it just looks a lot better. Also, they got rid of the abs and they added more of this like armor plating down the chest, and that looks a lot better. And also the material looks less dusty. Like the last costume looked a little dusty, if you know what I mean. Like it was kind of dirty, but this one looks a lot more clean. It's just refined. It's pretty good. All right, sitting at the number 3 spot, we have Ben Affleck's Batsuit from Batman v Superman, and this suit is near perfect. You have the gray and the black color scheme, absolutely classic. I love the texture of the base bodysuit. You can see all the scratches and the cuts, just showing you that this is an older, more worn out Batman. And, you know, you have a really subtle gold color on the belt. You have a nice shaped cowl. I think Ben Affleck looks really good in the suit, especially with the stubble that he has on his face. The only thing, I think that this suit would have worked with trunks. I don't know. And, you know, by the way, I hate Ben Affleck's Batman. I think it's a terrible, you know, interpretation of the character. Horribly written. But he looks damn good in this movie. Oh my gosh. All right, this one might be a surprise to some of you, but in second place, I have Michael Keaton's Batsuit from The Flash. This is in no way me saying that I enjoyed that movie or I thought it was a good movie, but, you know, obviously, Michael Keaton's Batman was the only good part of that movie. His, you know, the first fight scene that you see with him was absolutely epic. The way he was gliding down and he just took everyone out Arkham style. It was awesome. But this suit just looks so good. I don't know if it's like the material it's made out of, but this is one of the only all black suits that I can stand. And the yellow on the symbol just makes it stand out a lot. I like the shape of the cowl. Like, Michael Keaton does not look that old in this costume. And like the neck is a little thick, but that's really my only issue with it. It's just a near perfect design. All right, in first place, which will surprise no one, is Robert Pattinson's Batsuit from The Batman. Now, I have loved this design ever since I first saw it in that first trailer. It just looks so unique, and it's a design that stands on its own, and it's different from anything we've ever seen before. And it's a little controversial, which is kind of what I love about it. I love the collar. It just, I don't know, the collar looks so cool. And then I really like the sewn together look of the cowl. You can see the stitches all throughout the mask, and it just tells you that this Batman has repaired this thing over and over again. He makes mistakes. He's early in his career. He doesn't have his act together. And same thing goes for the armor plating on the suit. Like, usually I don't like armored Batsuits, but for this grounded take on Batman, it really makes sense. Like, he's not a Batman that's dodging bullets yet. Like, he's just tanking them point blank. He does not care. I love all the little tactical gadgets you see on the suit. Like, it looks more like a parachute flight suit almost, and it literally turns into one halfway through the movie, which I'd rather he be gliding with the cape. Maybe they'll do that in the next movie. But for this point in Batman's career, I think the suit is perfect. It is thrown together. It's armored. He's being more careful. I don't know. It just looks so good. But this suit just has such a presence to it. And my favorite thing is it's not trying to copy any other Batman design. It just wants to be its own thing. And it is. And it's amazing. It just looks so good. All right, guys, it's giveaway time. But before I announce the winners, let me just let you know how this is going to work. I have provided an email address in the description of this video, and I'll probably tag the winners as well. If you won, send me a message, through that email, and provide a screenshot proving that you were the one that I tagged. I've never done this before, but that'll be fun. And the first winner is SP-My-T4T. Congratulations, you have won your choice between a Speed Champions Lego set or 2 Funko Pops. And second place is DC7981. You will get the prize that the first place winner didn't want. Congratulations. And third place goes to Garfield LX Lasagna 28. Congratulations, you have just won a Lego Star Wars Death Trooper Battle Pack. If you were one of the winners, send me an email, provide proof that I tagged you, and we'll get those shipped to you right away. Alright, that's going to be about it for today, guys. If you guys liked the video at any point today, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button, especially since I'll be doing more giveaways in the future, and you definitely do not want to miss out. I really appreciate everyone who's been watching and commenting and just engaging with me. It's really fun, and this channel has boomed a lot in the last few weeks, and like I really appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for me, and I can't wait to do more. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.